The Fate series has long been known for its deep storytelling, intricate world building, and complex character arcs. Among its many standout elements, one thing that the majority of the Fate fandom can agree upon is that the main protagonist of Fate Stay Night, Shirou Emiya, is a well-developed and beloved character. It helps that we have not just one, but three different stories to draw from within the original visual novel, each offering a unique lens into his character. Additionally, one other story, Fate Prisma Oath Under Snow, which presents an alternate but thematically rich take on his character. This analysis aims to make the case that Shirou Emiya is fundamentally the same kind of person across all three routes of Fate Stay Night, as well as Oath Under Snow. To do so, I will discuss spoilers at length for all three routes of Fate Stay Night, including the Heaven's Feel movie trilogy. Additionally, I will discuss spoilers for Oath Under Snow and, to a certain extent, Fate Zero. While I won't delve into the broader Prisma universe, since I'm not particularly fond of it, my exposure to the Oath Under Snow movie and manga adaptations have provided a sufficient foundation for this discussion. At the heart of Shirou Emiya's character lies a defining trait: friction. The primary conflict in all versions of Shirou, except perhaps the main Prisma version, arises from how he interacts with the world and how his ideals and ambitions clash against reality. This friction between dreams and reality is arguably the most compelling aspect of Shirou's character and one of the best parts of the Fate series as a whole. To visualize this, I've placed the four Shirous on a sort of alignment chart, replacing the traditional D&D axis with four defining characteristics: selfless, selfish, dreamer, and realist. Here's how each version aligns. Now, it is important to clarify that even when I describe two of these versions as selfish, that doesn't mean they refuse to help others. Instead, it reflects their prioritization. These versions of Shirou choose to protect those closest to them, rather than indiscriminately aiding humanity as a whole. One way to explore these placements is by examining how each version utilizes Unlimited Blade Works, Shirou's signature reality marble, within their respective stories. Fate Route Shirou, A Fleeting Dream. In the Dean adaptation of the Fate route, Unlimited Blade Works is used only once, during Archer's last stand against Heracles. Shirou himself never fully develops his projection abilities, relying instead on simple manifestations like Caliburn and Avalon. Because of this, he depends heavily on Saber in battle and as moral support. His love for her gives him a selfish goal to pursue, but ultimately, he is forced to let her go so she can destroy the Holy Grail. Despite this loss, Shirou remains steadfast in his dream of becoming a hero. Here, Unlimited Blade Works is treated as a fleeting, unrealized dream, one that Shirou is far from achieving by the end. Unlimited Blade Works Shirou, the self-realization arc. In this route, Shirou is confronted with the harsh reality of what his dream will lead to. He faces his future self, Archer, who embodies everything he aspires to be, but also the crushing consequences of that path. However, by the time he fully faces Archer, Shirou has no single person he prioritizes above all else. His struggle is purely internal. By overcoming Archer and affirming his ideals, Shirou gains mastery over Unlimited Blade Works. Interestingly, it suggested that Archer originates from a Fate-like route rather than Unlimited Blade Works, meaning he was once a selfish dreamer forced into a selfless role. The friction between his past and present selves led to deep disillusionment. However, by witnessing Unlimited Blade Works, Shirou overcame these same obstacles, and Archer is finally able to move forward. Oath Under Snow Shirou, the deconstruction. Oath Under Snow presents a Shirou fundamentally different from his Fate Stay Night counterparts. Unlike the main timeline, this Shirou never knew the kind, tired old man Kiritsugu became. Without that moral anchor, Shirou lacks the same warmth and support system. He grows up isolated, living a life of secrecy and detachment. While Fate Stay Night Shirou's greatest hurdle was overcoming weakness, Oath Under Snow Shirou is never weak. His struggles aren't about him acquiring strength, but rather holding on to something real in a world that keeps taking from him. His use of Unlimited Blade Works reflects this. Unlike Dean's Symbolic Blade, Unlimited Blade Works' personal affirmation, or Heaven's Feel's overwhelming force, Oath Under Snow Shirou uses his abilities as pure tools. Practical, emotionless, and brutally efficient. He is a Shirou whose dreams have been shattered before they could fully form. His path mirrors Kiritsugu's tragic descent, rejecting the idealistic heroism that defined his other incarnations. And yet, his core remains intact, just buried beneath layers of cold pragmatism. Thematic comparisons beyond Shirou. Shirou's journey can be also compared to the other Fate characters who struggle with ideals and reality. Kiritsugu's tragic arc in Fate Zero presents a failed hero whose sacrifice ultimately shaped Shirou's path. Similarly, Kirei Kotomine serves as a dark mirror, showing what happens when one loses all sense of purpose. Even Ilya's role in Heaven's Feel echoes the series' broader theme of sacrifice and love, overcoming rigid ideology. The common thread, friction and growth. Why do only Unlimited Blade Works and Oath Under Snow Shirou fully manifest Unlimited Blade Works? Because they both reach extreme ends of their character arcs, achieving the kind of self-realization necessary to materialize their inner worlds. Meanwhile, Fate and Heaven's Feel Shirou do not undergo the same level of transformation. One remains too close to Archer's original path, while the other compromises his ideals before reaching the threshold. Each version of Shirou reveals something unique. Fate Shirou is the idealist who never reaches full self-actualization. Unlimited Blade Works Shirou is the dreamer who affirms his ideals despite the cost. Heaven's Feel Shirou is the realist who sacrifices his dream for love. Oath Under Snow Shirou is the deconstruction, showing what happens when Shirou is pushed too far. Rather than choosing a favorite, I believe all four versions of Shirou are essential to fully understanding his character. Each route contributes to the bigger picture, and together they form a complete mosaic of Shirou Emiya's identity, his dreams, struggles, and ultimate self-discovery.